This is a message that is directed towards the gay population, but I mean, it's really just for anybody, okay? Because it's a message about living a disciplined life, living a godly life. And, well, you know, it's a conversation that needs to be had because we're looking for identity, you know, in the world, and what the world offers to people based on their category is really not good enough. You know, we have to dig a little deeper to find meaning in life and to find satisfaction and fulfillment in life. And the only way to get that is to have some values and to live according to those values. And it takes a lot of discipline. You know, it takes discipline, it takes dedication to yourself. It takes devotion to yourself, okay? In order to overcome your temptations, in order to overcome your appetites that are really against your values. Just ask anyone who's overweight, you know, who's trying to lose weight and who's trying not to eat, you know, the Snickers bar or whatever, you know. It takes so much inner strength in order to overcome the weaknesses. And the reality is that it's what comes out of the success of cultivating your will is the only satisfaction that there is in life. You won't be satisfied by caving in to your appetites and to your lower appetites and your lower urges. You can't be satisfied like that. No matter how you know, how much you do it or whatever. If it's really truly against your values, you are not going to be satisfied like that. So I'm saying this because I see in a gay community that a lot of really awful values are being promoted and being, you know, sort of like imposed on the gay population of people. You know, like you have to go along with the program of drag kids, for example. You know, you have to say that it's cool for kids to be queer and for kids to want to change their gender. Do you really feel that it's cool? You know, I mean, I'm not you, so I'm not judging you. I don't know, but, you know, it's not cool. Okay. I mean, you know, just think about how you felt when you were a kid. You know, if you were abused as a child, that was traumatic. You know, it was an awful experience for you, and you were taken advantage of by adults. Well, that's exactly what, you know, the whole movement now, the whole gay or the LGBT movement is kind of exploiting children and trying to take advantage of children and their innocence and their, you know, the child's willingness to accept whatever people are, and it's wrong. You know, I reflect on my experiences with gay culture and growing up in the 80s and 90s, and looking back on it now. I remember the first time I saw two men kiss, for example, and I was a little scared. It actually scared me, and it was a little disturbing to me, and it made me feel, it gave me a bad feeling. So, you know, there's my 2 cents. I mean, did you have a similar feeling, or did you forget that you had that feeling? Because I get the feeling like the whole LGBT movement is all about amnesia. Like you don't remember ever being you don't remember your life before the trauma. And I'm saying that, you know, we all have a specific reaction to things that are not right. Okay. And I'm not saying that your lifestyle is not right. I'm not judging you because you went through something and you came out of it a particular way, and that's how you got to live now. So I get that, you know, and I'm not criticizing that. I'm not judging that. I'm not trying to change anybody. All I'm trying to do is try to help pull out the authentic person inside of you that has values, because, you know, that's what's going to save you, and that's what's going to bring you happiness. Nothing else, you know. And no matter how it's difficult, it is, you know, it's difficult to stand by your values. It's difficult to stand strong and resolute when all the people around you just keep falling off and keep, you know, practicing behaviors that are wrong and that are nasty and bad and stuff. And even, you know, I'm thinking mostly about eating habits, because that's what I'm trying to change about myself right now. I have values that are, you know, having to do with self-sufficiency and taking control of my health and things like that, and it's really hard. You know, every day I have to like betray my appetite, and you know, I do it because I know that's the only way that I can be happy. So if you're trying to be a good person in the face of so much wrong, you know, and so much bad all around, and especially in the LGBT community, just trying to force people to have the same beliefs and have the same opinions about these things, you know, and these are very intimate, very serious things. When you're talking about sexuality, you know, when it comes to children and things like that, it's you know, you should have some free space to like think about that and not have to just like agree, you know, to include children in sexual life, you know, because that's probably against your values. It's probably against your core values. And have you had the courage, have you had the strength to be able to say, I'm against that? You know, I really don't agree with that. I'm gay, but I don't agree with bringing children into it. Because I really think that that's what we need. You know, that's what, if you want to help children and you want to help protect children, we need that kind of voice. We need to hear your voice. We need to hear what your values really are as a gay person. And also, if you want to get more respect for your community, you know, you have to come, you got to come correct and say, this is how I really feel about all of this. That's gonna get, you know, that's good for your whole community, and it's good for all the children who need to know that it's not hunky-dory, you know, it's just not a party all the time. It's not harmless, you know, like people are homosexuals, you know, for a reason. I'm not saying that you got to go into all that details and stuff, but that would be good too. You know, I would love to see homosexual people come forward and say, yeah, I was raped, you know, and that's why I'm gay. I would love for people to come out and say that. I haven't heard anybody come out and say it as such. I've just heard a lot of stories about gay people having been raped. You know, they talk about it in a roundabout way, but you know, I want to hear them admit. I want to hear the gay people admit, this is why I'm gay. It's because I was raped repeatedly. You know, I was brutalized and I was victimized as an innocent young person. That's what I want to hear, because if you get in touch with that, even though it's painful, you know, and I think, you know, anybody who's in that situation, I'm not in that situation, so I can only imagine how difficult and painful it really is, especially in a society that just keeps feeding you bullcrap, you know, and says that it's okay, you were born that way, and you know, you should be proud to be gay, and not ever look at the reason why you're gay, you know, and here, drink this alcohol and take some more drugs and just like have promiscuous sex and go wild, you know. It's a lot of pressure, you know. I can imagine it. It doesn't. I don't envy your position, you know. I don't envy anyone's position who has to live their life like that. I don't think that the gay lifestyle is anything that a person would really choose voluntarily, you know, and just decide, oh yeah, this is, you know, that looks great. Yeah, I want to be, you know, shunned by mainstream society and stuff. I want to be, you know, underground or whatever, you know. I don't know if that's even like a normal human mentality. Like who wants to live as a gay person, you know. I don't think that's a choice. I think it's something that people have to do because of what happened to them. Although these days, with the media, the way that it's glamorizing the lifestyle, a lot of young people are choosing that lifestyle consciously just to get away from their pain, just to escape, you know, reality. And that's what bothers me. That's what really bothers me, because they're escaping into something they don't understand. They don't know anything about it, and they're being encouraged, and you know, to imitate drag queens and stuff, and it's heartbreaking. So this is just an appeal to anyone who's trying to be a better person, and you're trying to change your habits, and trying to, you know, be an authentic human being, and try to protect, you know, the innocent. Try to protect the innocent. Don't be a part of the problem, okay? Don't be a part of the problem. Get in touch with your actual values, your actual truth. Are you cool with the whole, the way things are right now? Are you cool with it or not? You know, if you're not, come out and say that you're not. Be proud of that. Be proud of your ability to speak freely in your country, you know, and use that freedom, use that free speech to stand up and speak out against the leaders of your community who are not good. You know, the leaders of most communities are not good. well, the leader, the main leaders of any community is corrupt as can be, right? Because they're at the top. But they're really giving you a bad name, just because you're gay, and they're exploiting you just like you were exploited as a child. So I'm not trying to trigger you or anything. I'm just trying to offer a friendly invitation into the truth. Get in touch with the truth, and that way you'll be in touch with your true values. You don't want to see anyone else harmed, I'm sure. I believe that about a lot of people who've been victimized by adults, when they were children. I think a lot of them grow up to never want to have to, victimize anybody, and to never see another child victimized. So thanks for listening.